What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to our player ratings here on Anfield Agenda after Liverpool have beaten Aston Villa by 3-0. A pretty perfect afternoon for Jurgen Klopp's men. 3 goals scored, clean sheet, 10 points from 12, 3 wins on the bounce. Dare I say a title charge is on the way? I'm going to say it is. I'm very, very firmly in the camp that believe we will have a title challenge this season, and it's going to be difficult. City, Arsenal, but we should be right there in the mix. Today I thought we looked fluid, we looked brilliant, and I'm going to do what I always do, which is go through and give the starting 11 a score out of 10. Ask you guys to play along and let me know your thoughts as always in the comment section. If you haven't hit the subscribe button yet, please do. As you can see, we've clicked onto 212,000 subscribers. We wouldn't be here without your support, so thank you for that. And I'm going to get straight stuck into it. I'm going to speak about Alisson Becker first, ladies and gentlemen. He is the first one up today. And let me just say this. I thought Alisson had an absolutely immense performance again. That save he made, I think it was from a Matip cash header in the start of the second half was... Well, actually, it was in the first half. Sorry, at the end of the first half was exceptional. It is one of the best saves you're going to see. And I'm going to say it. He is the best goalkeeper in the world, bar none. I don't even think it's an argument at this point. He's absolutely phenomenal. So for me, I'm going to give Alisson Becker a score today of 8 out of 10. I thought he was absolutely magnificent. Whether it's his distribution, his marshalling of a changed defence, because remember, he didn't have a centre-back pairings ahead of him. He looked cool, calm and composed all the way through. So for me, I'm going to give Alisson Becker a score of 8 out of 10. Right, we will move on now to the next player, my friends. And again, I'm going to ask you guys to play along and let me know if you agree or disagree in the comment section. This man, redemption. He was my Anfield Agenda man of the match, but you guys voted for Dominic Solanke. Trent AlexanderArnold was exceptional today. Everything you wanted from a captain's performance. His passing was on point. His long balls were on point. His driving forward, everything about it was top notch. And I'm delighted for him because he has had a bit of a mixed bag so far this season. But today, Trent AlexanderArnold was sublime. I'm going to give Trent a very deserved score of 9. I'm going to give him a 9 out of 10. That's how happy I was with Trent AlexanderArnold. Now look, I'm sure that you guys may disagree. Maybe you think I'm going a bit too over the top, but look into his stats from that performance today. It was absolutely top notch. So I'm sticking to my guns and I'm going to give Trent a score of 9. So we'll move on to the next player now, my friends. And next up is Joel Matip. His passing was ridiculously good. One of those balls he fired over the top, I assumed it was Trent until I looked up. And as part of a makeshift centre-back pairing with Joe Gomez, I thought the big man did really well. So, going to give Joel Matip a very generous score today of 7 out of 10. The reason I'm saying 7 and not going to be higher is I do think that we didn't have all that much to do defensively. Now, you can argue that's because we did everything right and that's sound. And a clean sheet is not to be sniffed at. But I think 7's a fair score based on the amount of defending that we had to do today. So yes, for me, Joel Matip gets a score of 7 out of 10. Again, let me know if you agree or disagree. We move on now to the next player, ladies and gents, and that is Joe Gomez. Brilliant, Joe. Brilliant. Only one little error that I remember in the game, and that's when he kind of got the ball stuck under his feet a little bit and had his pocket pinched. But other than that, I thought he was composed, calm, and looked like the defensive leader out there. Kept going as well, and again, no faults in his game. I thought he was really good. I thought he was the better of our two centre-backs, and for that reason, I'm going to give Joe Gomez a score of 8 out of 10. And what you want in these scenarios is players that take their opportunities. If Verge is out, if Canade's out, you want Matip and Gomez to fight for that shirt, and they did today, and well done to both those gents. So Gomez gets a score of 8 out of 10. Right, we'll move on now to the next player, which is Andy Robertson. I feel like I'm going to say this a lot today, but Robbo was brilliant. There was one time in the first half where, I don't know if it was Diaby, but was one of the pacey Villa players tried to take him on around the outside, and Robbo calmly just took the ball off him, played it upfield, and we started a counter-attack. I loved it from Andy Robertson. And some people had said to me earlier on in the season, do you think Robbo's best days are behind him? No, I just think he's evolving as he gets a little bit older. And I don't know if you've seen this, but when Ryan Gravenberch arrived at Kirby and he started meeting everybody, when he met Robertson, Robertson turned around to him and said, finally, a good Dutch player. And I love Robbo for that as well. So look, I'm going to give Andy Robertson a score of 7 today, which I think is a fair score for his performances. But again, it's over to you to let me know if you agree or disagree. Moving on now to the next one on the list. It is Alexis McAllister. This one I struggle a little bit with because he did everything right and he didn't allow Aston Villa to get through the centre of the park, but I'd like his work to be higher up the pitch, but that's not on today. That's on Jurgen's selection of him in that position. And he felt that McAllister were going to give us that balance instead of Endo. Somebody in our chat said that maybe we're going to have a bit more of a fluid midfield now where people just rotate around in positions, which could also be true. But also I think it was a case of horses for courses today. Klopp looked at that Aston Villa team with Unai Emery and decided that this was the midfield three we needed. So for Alexis McAllister today, what will we give him a score of? I'm going to stick with 7 as well for Alexis. Didn't pull up any trees, but did everything that was asked of him. Pretty solid performance. So for me, 7 out of 10. What says you? Right, we move on now to the next one. And that is this gentleman here, Dominic Solanke. And I've been pulled up my pronunciation, so apologies. It's SZOBOSZLAI, apparently. Look, we love him, right? We're all in love with him at this point. He has taken that number 8 shirt and it finally feels like we have somebody deserving of that number. Naby Keita didn't really do well with it. Dominic SZOBOSZLAI has come in and we're all in love with him already. 22 years of age. It's frightening the ceiling this guy has. Opened his account for Liverpool today as well with a strike from the edge of the area, and his all-round game was phenomenal. He's got everything you want. He's got pressing, he's got guile, he's got creativity, an eye for goal, doesn't shirk the physicality, and he was your man of the match today. So for that reason, a 10. A big, dirty, greedy 10 for Dominic SZOBOSZLAI, our man of the match, and congratulations to him. Very well deserved. He's brilliant. Looking forward to seeing more of him. Right, we're moving on through. We're busy, we're flying. We're moving ahead now to Curtis Jones. So, a bit of a mixed reaction in our chat to Curtis Jones' performance, but I thought nothing wrong with it. I don't think it was his best performance in a Liverpool shirt, but it certainly was nowhere near the lower end of the scale. And I'm delighted to have him back in the matchday squad. Obviously, he had some injuries, but came in today, and I think job well done for Curtis. He doesn't get appreciated for some of the hard work off the ball that he does. But I thought he had a good performance today. And I'm going to give Curtis Jones a score of... I'm going to give him a score of 7 out of 10. As always, though, I do want to know what you guys think. So do let me know if you agree or disagree with that score in the comment section. Right, we're moving along. We're busy. Mohamed Salah got himself a goal today. And I think... do we call it an assist for the one for Darwin when they hit the post and went in off Matty Cash? Probably not. But he was in the right position at the right time. And that was a lovely set-piece routine from the corner, by the way. Whipped in from Andy Robertson with the left foot, flicked on by Darwin Nunes, and there he was at the far post, the predatory instincts kicking in, the Egyptian king, the great man himself. And I'm delighted for him. So well done for Mo today. I do think he's had better performances in the Liverpool shirt, but again, it was very, very solid from Mo. So going to give Mo a score of 8 out of 10 today. And looked like he was laser focused. No distractions, no signs of his mind wandering elsewhere. I think we can be very happy with Mo's all-around game. A couple of people were just saying, maybe he could have celebrated a bit more when he scored, but he has history of that. Sometimes you get the full-on top-off six-pack. Sometimes you get the cool, calm, composed Mo. Either way, as long as he's putting the ball in the back of the net, I'm fine with it. So, carry on, Mo. Thank you very much. Right, we move on now. We've 2 more to go. Darwin Nunes. And I think he was sublime. And I know people are saying, but he didn't score or blah, blah, blah. He hit the post, he hit the bar, and he had one just wide of the post. But he was a constant thorn in Aston Villa's side. He ran the line really well, full of energy, and you could see how confident he is. Right now, as much as I love Cody Gakpo, that central position is Darwin's. It's his to lose. And I hope he continues this great form. So, Darwin Nunes, I'm going to give a score today of 7. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. I'm trying to be fair, because for Darwin to get an 8 or a 9, he's going to have to pull up threes because he's capable of it. Sometimes I grade people a bit harder than others, but love Darwin Nunes. That shirt is his, in my opinion, at the minute through the centre. And it's up to Cody Gakpo or Diogo Jota or anybody else to make a case for displacing him. But they won't be doing it anytime soon. And now we move on to the final one of our player ratings, ladies and gentlemen. Lucho Diaz. There's a lot to admire about Lucho, but his passing can be a little bit off at times. But I love his inventiveness, I love his energy, I love his work rate and his pressing. And sometimes some of the greats have had that little trait of a slack sideways pass or switching off for a brief second, but you forgive all of that because of the brilliance. And he's had a great start to the league campaign. Delighted he's a Liverpool player, and I'm going to give him the same score as his number today. I'm going to give him 7 out of 10. So that pretty much brings to an end our player ratings today, my friend. If I was to give Jurgen Klopp a grade today, it would very much be 9 out of 10, almost faultless. Hopefully Trent's knock is nothing to be concerned about. Next game up for Liverpool after the international break, of course, is a game against Wolves, 12:30 kickoff. So, we'll be back for that one. But if you'd like to join us tomorrow, we will be back live at 8:30 for a news roundup show, taking you through all the latest stories. And again, thank you for your constant support of our channel. Do let me know if you agree or disagree with my ratings in the comment section. And thank you guys for your continued support. Much love. Bye-bye.